Welcome to Topping Africa, your gateway to the continent's most captivating destinations. Africa, a land of diversity, resilience, and leadership. Over the decades, visionary presidents have shaped their nation, leaving behind legacies that inspired generations. Today, we count down the top 5 African presidential achievements. In 1994, Nelson Mandela became the first Black president of South Africa, marking a monumental shift in the nation's history. His election was a beacon of hope for millions who had suffered under the oppressive apartheid regime, ending decades of apartheid rule. This historic moment was not just a victory for Mandela, but for all South Africans who had longed for equality and justice. The world watched as South Africa took its first steps towards a new era. His leadership in national reconciliation and the peaceful transition to democracy earned him global admiration. Mandela's ability to unite a divided nation was unparalleled, and his efforts were recognized by leaders and citizens around the world. Mandela's presidency laid the foundation for a new South Africa, where the principles of equality, freedom, and human rights were enshrined in the new constitution. His vision for the country was one of unity and prosperity for all its citizens, where unity and justice became the pillars of governance. Under Mandela's leadership, South Africa began to heal from its painful past, and the seeds of a brighter future were sown. His legacy continues to inspire generations to strive for a more just and equitable world. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Africa's first elected female president, took charge of Liberia in 2006. She inherited a nation devastated by years of brutal civil war, with its infrastructure in ruins and its economy in shambles. The Civil War had left deep scars on the country, displacing thousands and crippling essential services. The challenges were immense, but Sirleaf was determined to rebuild. Under her leadership, Liberia saw major economic recovery, debt relief, and significant improvements in education and healthcare. Roads were rebuilt, schools and hospitals were restored, and international confidence in Liberia began to grow. Her government also strengthened women's rights, setting a precedent for female leadership in Africa. Sirleaf's efforts empowered women to take active roles in governance and community development, fostering a new era of gender equality in the region. Once devastated by genocide, Rwanda has emerged as one of Africa's fastest growing economies, thanks to President Paul Kagame's leadership. Kagame's policies focused on infrastructure, technology, and good governance, making Rwanda a model of stability and development in Africa. Number 2, Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana's independence. In 1957, Kwame Nkrumah led Ghana to become the first African nation to gain independence from colonial rule. His vision for Pan-African unity inspired liberation movements across the continent. Nkrumah's emphasis on industrialization and education laid the groundwork for Ghana's development. Number 1, Julius Nyerere, Ujamaa and social reforms in Tanzania. Tanzania's founding president, Julius Nyerere, introduced Ujamaa, a socialist policy emphasizing self-reliance and communal development. This policy aimed to transform the agricultural sector by encouraging collective farming and shared resources. Nyerere believed that through unity and cooperation, Tanzanians could overcome poverty and build a self-sustaining nation. His leadership prioritized education, healthcare, and national unity, creating a strong Tanzanian identity. Nyerere's government invested heavily in building schools and training teachers, ensuring that education was accessible to all. Healthcare initiatives were also expanded, with new clinics and hospitals being established across the country, improving the overall well-being of the population. Though debated, Nyerere's policies helped shape a peaceful and stable Tanzania. His vision of a united and self-reliant nation laid the foundation for the country's future development. While some critics argue that Ujamaa hindered economic growth, others praise Nyerere for fostering a sense of national pride and social cohesion that continues to influence Tanzania today. Leadership is not just about power, it's about impact. These African presidents have left a legacy of progress, inspiring future generations to build a stronger, more united continent. Which African leader do you think made the biggest impact? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.